I believe I was reading the newspaper when I came across an article about the local art museum. The art museum doesn't make much news. Relieved to find something that wasn't about murder, arson, or war, I read on. The art museum was going to have a show featuring the work of 37 of their staff members. I thought that was a wonderful notion and immediately made plans to go. I've got nothing against the usual residents of the museum, the lineup as it were. I go from time to time and try to absorb, appreciate their mastery, maybe get a feel for the when and the where they were made, and perhaps a sense of why anyone would go to such extraordinary lengths to create such a thing. Sometimes I conclude that the sheer mastery of technique is the point, as in, look at me. With other works, I get a sense of humor or despair, a sense of social commentary full of cultural references. Other times it's the majesty of a landscape or the aberration of abstract form. But it's something of a stretch for me to react to these works. Many of them are very distant from me in time or location, subject matter, intent. If I fail to feel much, it's not the artist's fault, I think. It's me. I'm uneducated, untrained, and very much of a limited child of my time and place. I'm not the best audience. So I was enthused about the opportunity to see work that was not created by some famous nabob that would hang before me as art, officially, and if I could not respond, too bad. This was going to be a show by 37 aspirants, closer to being my peers, and I was excited to see what they had in mind, what they were trying to say, without words. We thoroughly enjoyed the show. The artists were security guards, lots of security guards. I was always pretty certain that the wheels were turning inside the minds of these people who spent day after day silently regarding the people regarding the art. Every once in a while moved to break their silence with a quiet but firm, please don't touch the exhibit. Along with the security guards, there were servers from the museum's restaurant and several preparers who we were told were the people who so carefully installed all the work on display in the museum. There were others too, conservationists, designers, textile specialists. I don't think I remember anyone from the administration among the 37, but they may have been represented too. One thing we definitely expected was variety, and we got that. No two people were alike. They were all pursuing very different approaches, which was exciting in itself to see, the wide variety. People were working in oil paint, charcoal, things collected over the years along a riverbank, assembled into sculpture, driftwood and bottle, rebar and brick, pulp made from paper taken from the newspaper in someone's small hometown, turned into sculpture, wood, metal, a white paper wedding dress covered with handwritten congratulations from the guests at the ceremony, and a hulking figure called Them, made from black ties used by the museum, a fabulous, brooding, yet in some way exquisite creation. None of the work was slapdash or superficial. I was aware of thoughtfulness and devotion, qualities I do not always register in the masterpieces. I did not admire every piece, but there was a depth of purpose and a clever development in nearly all of it. The artists were asked to respond to two questions. Why did you choose to work in your medium? And do you think the role of the artist has changed over the years? Some thought that the role of the artist had changed, driven mostly by technological advances and the rather abrupt and potent rise of social media. Others felt that the role of the artist had not changed one bit, no matter all the changes in the world. And of course there was seldom agreement on what the role of the artist was, changed or not. I'm awfully glad the museum had the exhibition, which they called Employed. I'm awfully glad I went to see it. I might even go back, but I'm thinking that Them and the mannequin in the white paper wedding dress might run off together. I haven't had that much fun in a museum in years. And when we were done with the exhibition and we were leaving, passing by a phalanx of the stolid old regulars, maybe I was kidding myself, but I thought I was looking at them with what I might call fresh eyes. You see people trying to do new things, striving to express themselves. It's invigorating. It's encouraging. It's a hell of a lot better than the standard diet of murder, arson, and war.